Welcome to the deep dive. Today we have a really custom mission specifically for you, the learner.
Yeah, we are unpacking some truly fascinating source material today, all about the magic of thinking big.
Exactly. The goal today is to really explore how our internal beliefs directly dictate our external reality. We're going to be pulling some highly actionable insights from great thinkers and, well, highly successful individuals.
It's a huge topic.
It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, usually when we talk about the world around us, there's this underlying expectation of objective reality, right?
Right.
Like gravity, you drop a coffee mug, it falls, it shatters on the floor.
Right, it operates completely independent of how you feel about it. Your beliefs about gravity won't stop the mug from breaking.
Exactly. But when you step into the source material we're unpacking today, that solid ground just kind of vanishes.
Yeah, it's a completely different landscape.
It is. We're looking at a landscape shaped almost entirely from the inside out. There's this quote mentioned in the text from Shakespeare that really anchors this whole concept. Nothing is good or bad, but thinking makes it so.
That quote is profoundly disruptive, honestly.
I love how it totally aligns with thinkers like Emerson and Milton. You know, this idea that the mind is its own place.
Right. But we do need to clarify something early on, because this isn't just fluffy positive thinking.
Oh, thank goodness. Because it can sound dangerously close to that toxic positivity, you know?
Yeah, like if you just close your eyes and wish really hard, $1 million is going to magically materialize on your kitchen table.
Right, the whole manifesting culture.
Exactly. But the text aggressively rejects that. It is a highly pragmatic, proven principle. The proof isn't in some abstract theory. It lies in the actual lives of successful people.
You mean people who have achieved real prosperity and admiration?
Yes, and crucially, people who live with a tangible freedom from fear. The text notes a key differentiator here. Highly successful people absolutely never have excuses.
Wait, never.
Never.
Yeah.
You will not find a top-tier leader who sits around explaining why they couldn't do something.
Wow. So if success starts with upgrading our thinking and dropping excuses, how do we actually know if we are thinking big enough?
Well, we have to measure our true size.
Okay, how do we do that? We're notoriously bad at evaluating ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Most of us just suffer from imposter syndrome.
True. So the text gives a specific exercise. First, you list your top 5 strengths.
Like formal education or experience.
Yeah, education, attitude, creativity, whatever your top 5 are. And ideally, you get an objective friend to help you verify them.
Right, someone who won't just flatter you.
Exactly. Then, here's the uncomfortable part. You write down the names of 3 highly successful people who actually have less of those specific strengths than you do.
Oh, wow. That reminds me of looking at a highly ranked player's stat sheet in a video game.
A stat sheet?
Yeah, like you're comparing your character stats to theirs, and you realize, wait a minute, my intelligence stat is higher, my raw experience is higher.
But they're still beating you.
Exactly. They are somehow 5 levels above me on the leaderboard. It totally forces a perspective shift.
That is exactly the point. The only logical conclusion is that you are bigger than you think you are.
Because you literally have the better stats.
Right. The text emphasizes that disbelief acts as a mental brake, while belief actually frees your creativity.
So saying I can't do this is literally stopping your brain from trying.
Yes. But if you truly believe you can do something, your mind shifts from impossible to actively finding the how.
Okay, so once you realize your true capacity, how do you practically channel that into real-world success? Like in business or family or society?
The text outlines a very clear 2-part formula. Do it better and do more.
Better and more.
Yeah. Improve the quality of your output and increase the quantity.
Okay, I have to play devil's advocate here. Wait, a lot of people think if they pay me more, then I'll work harder.
Right. The classic modern defense mechanism.
Yeah. Isn't doing more just a quick path to burnout? I mean, I'm not donating my time for free.
The text uses a great analogy to explain why that mindset is backwards. It insists that service is the seed that grows the money.
Service is the seed.
Yeah, you cannot reap a harvest without planting the seed of service first. You don't walk into a bare field and demand a harvest, right?
Okay, that makes sense. It's like the text's specific example of volunteering for the neighborhood council.
Exactly.
On paper, that's unpaid labor. But taking on extra responsibility doesn't just mean more work. It establishes you as a leader.
Right, and simply asking yourself, how can I do more, acts as a trigger for your brain.
A trigger to do what?
To find creative shortcuts and better organization. You forge yourself into a more capable person.
So that covers the quantity part. What about doing it better? The quality part.
The key to doing better is listening.
Listening. Just that.
Well, the text bluntly states that great people focus on listening, while small people focus on talking.
Oh, wow. That's pretty harsh, but it feels incredibly true.
It is. Listening is how you acquire new intelligence.
Okay, so knowing what to do and gathering intelligence is great, but actually doing it is another thing. It requires overcoming the fear of starting.
Which brings us to a really powerful concept from the text. Action cures fear.
Action cures fear. So if you're afraid of something, just doing it makes the fear disappear.
Exactly. You can't outthink fear. The physical act of doing the thing is what makes it dissipate.
There's this specific instruction in the text that I absolutely love. It says, start your mental engine mechanically. Don't wait for the spirit to move you.
Yeah, that's such a great visual.
It totally relates to my grandfather's old car.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just couldn't wait to feel motivated to drive. You had to physically jam the key in the ignition and force the engine to turn over mechanically.
Right, all that grinding and noise.
Yeah, before you actually felt the motivation to get on the road.
And the nervous system works the same way. Waiting for perfect conditions is a trap because perfection doesn't exist.
The feeling of readiness only comes after you start.
Precisely. The text actually warns that the words tomorrow, next week, or later are often just synonyms for failure.
Ouch. Yeah. But taking action mechanically is exhausting if you just hit a wall.
Well, you must be a progressive thinker who experiments. When you hit a wall, you combine persistence with experimentation.
So don't just blindly bash your head against a stone wall.
Exactly. Step back, look at the wall, and actively experiment with how to get over it or around it.
Right. So you're taking mechanical action and experimenting, but all that momentum really needs a direction, which brings us to the 10-year plan.
Yes. The text requires you to map out your life 10 years from now across 3 specific departments: work, home, and social.
That feels risky to split your focus 3 ways.
But success in a vacuum isn't sustainable. This holistic, written plan becomes an autopilot to guide your daily actions.
An autopilot.
Yeah, your brain starts subconsciously spotting resources and opportunities that align with that 10-year goal.
But the text also mentions that detours shouldn't bother you. How does that fit into a rigid 10-year plan?
Because the plan sets the destination right. A detour is just an alternate route, not a dead end.
Oh, I see.
And to navigate these alternate routes, you need leadership. The text shares 4 specific leadership principles.
What are they?
First, trading minds with others to see their perspective. Second, being human in your dealings.
Like remembering there's a real person on the other side of the table.
Exactly. Third is constantly pushing for progress. And finally, taking time to consult with yourself.
I really want to hone in on this last point. Consulting with yourself. It's so counterintuitive in our super busy, hyper-connected world.
It is counterintuitive, but manufactured solitude is a deliberate tool used by all great leaders.
Manufactured solitude. I like that phrase.
Yeah. By cutting off external noise, you unlock higher-level thinking and solve deep, complex problems.
But let's be real. Even with an autopilot and even with solitude, crises happen.
Oh, absolutely.
The final section of our deep dive covers the text's magic emergency protocols for when you feel your mindset shrinking under pressure.
Because our default biological mechanism under stress is to shrink.
Exactly. So how do we handle naysayers? The petty people who want to pull you into arguments and bring you down.
The text's advice is simple. If you refuse to engage, you win.
Just don't engage.
Right. Being targeted is actually empirical proof that you are growing. So pity them instead of fighting them.
That's a huge reframe.
Furthermore, before arguing, always ask yourself, is this honestly important? You never gain anything from an argument. You only lose.
You only lose time and energy.
Yeah.
Okay, what about overcoming inadequacy? When your own brain is telling you that you don't belong in the room?
The advice here is to package yourself better.
Package yourself? Like how you dress?
Yes. How you dress and present yourself doesn't just talk to others, it talks to you.
Oh, I love that. It signals to your own nervous system that you are a first-class person doing important work.
It's a verified feedback loop. If you package yourself impeccably, your mind rises to match it.
That's amazing. Now, what about when you actually fail? The text points out the ultimate reframe regarding failure.
You must view defeat strictly as tuition.
Treating defeat as tuition is brilliant. It changes a painful loss into something you literally just purchased.
Yeah, a highly valuable lesson.
It completely changes the ROI of a mistake.
It really does, but you have to make sure you actually learn the lesson you just paid for.
Absolutely. So, to wrap this up for you listening today, we've gone from recognizing your true size and ditching the stat sheet excuses.
Right, realizing you have the capacity.
Yeah, and planting the seed of service. Curing fear with mechanical action.
Turning the key even when you don't feel like it.
Yes. Programming your 10-year autopilot and using that tuition mindset to survive crises.
I actually want to share one final, really powerful quote from the text.
Oh, please do.
A wise person is the master of their mind, but a fool is its slave.
Wow. Think about the worries or excuses that popped into your head today.
Yeah, do an audit of your thoughts.
Right. If you were to audit your thoughts right now, who is the master and who is the slave?
Are your thoughts working for you, or are you working for them?
Take a moment today to grab the steering wheel. Thank you for joining this deep dive.